Assalamu alaikum guys. Eid Mubarak guys. So Eid was day before yesterday, and hope you guys didn't eat a lot of meat, because though I ate meat, but I was gentle on it. So don't get your stomach upset. So let's go. I'll be sharing my experience on previous time how I celebrated my Eid, and this was in the village actually. So then what happens during Eid time? When it is like TV days to Eid, what we do is go to the river and fetch lots of water. When I mean lots of water, you're going to fetch water, and it's not as if the stream, or rather the river, is very close. It's so far away. You're going to go like, let's say 7 times. Yeah, 7 times. Why? We keep on filling a particular drum for it to get full, so that we have enough water to consume during Eid day. On Eid day, while cooking, you'll be cooking a lot of food, probably maybe rice and also pounded yam at the same time, so that you can actually serve lots of people that are coming to visit you during Eid time. So, and even if cooking like different varieties of food, maybe it's just one kind of food, you still need a lot of water to cook your food, to wash your dishes. So it's going to consume a lot of water. So what do? We'll go to the river to fetch water. Lot of times you're going to walk, and your feet will start getting hot. Subhanallah. Like when I remember those things, I feel like life, it's always a gradual process. It always gets better by the grace of God. Aside from that, we'll go to the bush, fetch firewood. Yeah, because actually, what do they use to cook food in the village? It's firewood, not your gas, not your stove. So go to the bush, inside the thick bush, fetch firewood. We can fetch firewood as much as going to the bush to carry those firewood like 3 times. Yes, the first time is majorly the cutting of the sticks, the wounds. Then the second and third time is going back to carry those ones you've already prepared, so that you can see them to make your fire at home. So Eid was actually fun with those activities. Yes, I really think of it like that. I think of it like that. It's actually fun. The process of you going to the river, it's actually not easy, but it's all fun. And now let's go back to the Eid day. Now, what happens on Eid day? What happens on Eid day is that you see people, loved ones, coming all the way from different parts of the village or the community, coming to visit their loved ones. And there's one thing I have always noticed: the younger ones are always the ones that come to visit the older ones. Let me take example for my grandma. My grandma is the oldest among her siblings. She had other siblings. These siblings of hers, no matter where they are, though they are in the village, one wasn't in the village at first, but later he came to the village as he aged, to come and retire. So he was in another place, in another community, should I say. So whenever it is Eid day, he comes all the way from his place to come and celebrate Eid with his sister. And this is not just something, I'm talking about a matured man. In fact, he's now so old that he walks with his stick. He will walk with his stick all the way from his side and come down to come and visit his sister. All in the spirit of Eid, all in the celebration of Eid. Nowadays, many people have forgotten this culture of ours on how we relate with our loved ones, how we treat our loved ones. And this is one very important thing that we should all know about Eid celebration. Eid celebration, no matter who it is, probably you've been having grudges with this person, you have to ensure that on that Eid day, you forget about those grudges. You ensure that you celebrate with your loved ones, you come close to them. Go and visit them. And like I said, one thing is majorly important: the younger ones should be the ones to meet the elderly ones. Yes, it's just like somebody is so far away, your sibling is so far away from you, and let me say you're the eldest, and the younger one is expecting you to pick up a phone to call them and say Eid Mubarak, though it's not actually about something, but I think it is proper for the younger ones to ask of the older ones. And it's just no, please don't get me wrong. Like I say, okay, the elder ones can actually always check up on the younger ones, yes. But you see, for example, a little boy that is very small and his uncle. Now, let me give example of this. Who would want to embrace the other one? Who would want to always run after the other one? The nephew, right? The nephew would always want to run after uncle. The nephew would always want to be like uncle. Yes, they say uncles are mentors to their nephew. So if uncles are mentors to their nephew, that means the younger ones always take note of the steps that the uncles usually take. So you see, this is why I say that the younger ones are expected to always come around. Yeah, they're always expected to come around. So it was such a very good experience then. I'm not saying the experience now it's bad. No, Alhamdulillah. Life is always a gradual process, and it's a growth process. We live from one phase to another. And yes, I'm going to ship this in. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin that I get to experience Eid, because of recent time, or let me say previous day, I was in a coma. I shared that experience. Yeah, I was in a coma that I really didn't think I was going to see Eid. That was during Ramadan. It was so I don't know what to say. I fell in a coma and I was fasting when I had this experience. Just so surprising. It was just so surprising. It wasn't something that I wished for. So we get to appreciate life. We get to say Alhamdulillah in every condition we find ourselves. Allah is always aware of our condition, no matter how huge this globe is. He's always aware of each and everyone's condition. Wallahi, as long as you are always close to him, he is aware of your condition. If you keep on praying for a particular thing and you're not getting it, probably it's not time. Just keep on praying, because your dua is the only thing, is the only tool Allah has given to you. Dua is very, very important. It's what you say, you pray to Allah to show you mercy for. And when Allah definitely answers you, you will see that things start going the way you never expected. So Eid was so fun. You don't have to do these things yourself, because you're doing them with family members, with friends. Even if it's stressful, you get to see the fun part of it. So during Eid celebration, lots of children, you see them walking around, going from house to house, greeting people, and this is like a culture, or rather a tradition. Yeah, I think they still even do it, going from one house to the other, greeting people. And why they do that, they tend to give them money. Yeah, little children. Yeah, before now, you can even give them food, they will eat. But it's now got to the extent that a lot of children do no longer want food. It's just money. Just give them money, and you see them so happy. That is how the children will walk around the entire village of theirs. They will go to the next village, same thing. In fact, they will go to the entire community. If they can finish it on one round, which is Eid day, they will go back the next day. Eid day is about like 3 days, right? Celebration of Eid, if not even more than. Okay, so now what they do, those days where Eid is still in celebration, where you stay in the spirit of it, still celebrating Eid, they will go to each community, going round from one house to the other. Like, children make money, they make money, yeah, seriously, that period. And after they have gathered it that particular day, they will now share it among themselves. And you see everybody having their own share of the money, of how they have worked around effortlessly. So another thing again during Eid celebration was how people would always go to the markets. Let me say, usually sometimes if market day is a day to Eid, that day is always busy. the market seems to be fuller than usual. Like everywhere will be so full. Why? Because Eid is tomorrow. You see people, it's even worse when it is Eid Adha. Eid Adha, they tend to be buying of ram and cows and the rest. That one is worst. You see the old markets will be busy. And that's how the road from the community to the market will also be busy with bikes and cars. Walking together with them, having a good discussion. Sometimes it might even be your age mates, like your peer group you always play with, you walk around with. Oh, subhanallah. It was such a fantastic experience. Yeah, so these were some of the experiences I had during my Eid days. Yeah, my Eid in the village back then. So I guess you can share yours with me in the comment section, how you've always celebrated your Eid then and how is it now. For now, yeah, I still get to celebrate it with members, but not going to fetch firewood, going to the river to get lots of water so that we can have enough water to cook food. It's no longer like that. Alihamdulilahi Rabbil Alamin. So I'm waiting for your comments. Let me know how your Eid experience was before and now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bye guys.